Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back. I'm Quinn, and today is finally the day. I'm gonna make my first addi project. We'll cover up the sentro. Don't worry, I'll still be using the sentro in the future, but I got this addi and I've literally only touched it once. That was in my unboxing video and I have not touched it since. And I have this, I really wanna use it, so we're gonna just be working on the addi today. So I'm actually gonna be following a pattern from this book that came with my addi. I'm gonna be following this one right here for a ribbed hooded scarf is what they call it. Really, it's just like a balaclava kind of thing. And I think it looks really cute and a fairly simple project that hopefully I'll be able to follow the instructions of this on my addi. Okay, first things first, I gotta pick out some yarn. Oh, I have more yarn. I have a ton more yarn. So I need to pick yarn that will work well in the addi, has a good thickness to it, and then also the yarn needs to feel nice against my face because I'm gonna, it goes on my head and I don't want the yarn to be super scratchy and annoying on my face. So I have a lot of parameters and I honestly don't know if I have a lot of yarn that is going to fit all those parameters. Look at that, that's cool. I found a bug in this bucket once and now I'm so terrified anytime I dig around in here that there's gonna be more bugs. I feel like these two yarns would look really cool together, like holding one strand of this and one strand of this, but it's very pink and I feel like as a hood or a balaclava, it would just make me look like a worm. So another option that I have instead of the yarns that will make me look like a worm is this gray baby alpaca yarn, and it's really nice yarn. It's super soft, so I feel like it would be nice against my skin, but if I just use this yarn, I think I'd have to double up on it and then I don't think I'd have enough. So I found this yarn that is also gray and they're very similar gray, and I think that they could potentially look really cool together. So if I do one strand of this and one strand of this, then I think it would work and I think I'd have enough. Okay, just kidding. I'm gonna go with this brown because it nearly matches my coat. I feel like that'd be a good idea to have my balaclava basically match my coat that I wear all the time, because then it's a matching set. Okay, I got my waist yarn cast on and now I need to knit a lot of rows. Oh my god, that was not a very good sound. I think it's okay. So I was reading through these instructions and they want me to create the ribbing when I take my project off of the machine, and I don't really want to do that. I feel like it's always just a lot easier to do it when it's on the machine. So I'm gonna modify this a little bit. Since I need to knit well over 100 rows for this project, I'm gonna break it up and I'm gonna do it in chunks. So I've knit like a third of the stitches so far, and I'm gonna go ahead and create the ribbing on this portion. I'll knit another third of the stitches, do the ribbing on that third, and then repeat one more time, and then it will be ready to go off of the machine. I feel like that's a lot more manageable, so I'm not following this exactly. That just makes more sense to me to do it that way, so I'm gonna do it that way. Okay, I have a few things to share. So you know how like the rows go this way and the columns go this way, go vertically? Well, I learned that they're not called columns, they're called whales. So I have come to the final two whales that I'm supposed to turn into ribbing, and something's wrong. So I have read this pattern over and over and over again, trying to figure out if I did something wrong, and I can't figure out if I did anything wrong. I don't think I did, but this pattern wants me to turn the literal like final two whales of this project into ribbing, but you can't turn the first and last wales into ribbing. So I guess instead of turning the last 2 wales of my project, if I'm using that wrong, please let me know. I literally just learned this word. But instead of turning the last 2 wales into ribbing on this project, I guess I'm just gonna do the second to last one because I can't do the last one. So that's my solution. That was bad. Okay, that was a little disaster, but we're moving on. So I am nearly ready to take this off of the machine. Look how long this thing is. Like, that's really long. I still have to do the last third of the ribbing, and I'm just really tired of doing ribbing. I forgot how exhausting it is, and so I'm gonna go walk to the store and get a snack because I am starving. I'm back. And I got chips. And 2 pounds of pasta for $1.62. Okay, I'm desperate for a snack, so I'm gonna eat. Good morning. Last night I ate like half a bag of chips and managed to get this off the machine before I had a terrible stomach ache and had to stop working. So there's really not a whole lot left to do on this. We're almost done. Now I'm supposed to cast off along, all this waste yarn area with some circular knitting needles, which is a great excuse for me to actually break into this new set of knitting needles that I got like a month and a half ago that I haven't used yet. Here, let's open it up. Look at how beautiful these are. These are very small. I can't believe that it wants me to use this small of needles. I'm a little confused because the pattern says I need to use like this size of needle and then a slightly larger size of needle to cast off. Like I'm using this to hold the stitches and then I'm using a slightly larger needle to cast off with. But like, why? I finished casting off and it looks beautiful. So now it's time to sew it all together. Basically, you're just like, you fold this in half and then you sew along this back edge a ways. I guess this part is gonna stay open. And so like that will be the back. And then on the front, you just sew like a tiny little portion together. So like this is gonna be open again. And then like, a big portion for your face is also gonna be open. So I'm gonna sew this together and I'm gonna do mattress stitch, which I have actually never done before. So this is gonna be a little experiment. I'm really hungry and I should have some lunch, but I kinda want some chips. That's better. Okay, first of all, we're going to ignore my hair. I know it looks bad, but that's why we have a finished balaclava. Let's try it on. Cute. Hang on, I had to go look at myself. Look at how bundled I am. It matches my coat pretty well, right? Like now I just have a matching set. I wish it actually got cold in LA. If it ever gets to like 50 degrees in LA, then maybe I can break this out and actually have a use for it. Okay, I'm gonna take this coat off though because it's very hot. It's not very compatible with glasses to get on and off. I think I got some yarn in my throat, or like a little piece of something, little piece of fiber from the yarn. Oh God. Okay, what was I talking about before I started choking on yarn? Oh yeah, the pattern. So my Addi came with a little pattern book, which is really nice, and it's good to kind of give you ideas and guidance, but the pattern, at least the pattern that I used, which this is the first one I've followed, it was definitely more of like a guide rather than a pattern, which for me works, but I think for a lot of people that would not work. That's not what you'd be looking for. Overall, it was a very pleasant experience though, working on the Addi, working with that pattern, and making my little balaclava. I love it. So if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a like, and if you enjoy circular knitting machine content, then don't forget to subscribe. Tell me what you think of my balaclava. I know you love it. It was really, really easy. So make one. They're so much fun. They're so cute. They're so comfortable. Yeah. So I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.